Chris Level here with another edition of Patriot Talk. My man Hunter, and is it Dewbre or Dewbre?
Either one.
I know,
yeah, Dewbre.
You just go with whatever, because there's like Hunter Dewbre. I mean, it sounds like such a great name that you could announce.
Yeah.
Dewbre for 3. I don't know. Yeah. Just all the stuff. Okay, Hunter Dewbre. And Colton Kuntz taking care of us behind the camera as always. You've been a busy guy. It is, you've had... I mean, you are getting closer to the end here with the track season, and you still got plenty going, right? You, this is year, 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you've seen it grow, your team, and the results grow exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start there. Like, are you further along right now than you thought you would have been 2 or 3 years ago, or is this about where you thought you'd be as a program?
Well, it's hard to tell because especially like in the past when you've had programs that have grown and everything, but like with these kids and with the way we have the setup out at Liberty and everything, I think it's done faster than program-wise than we thought.
Okay.
But we've had a lot of kids, a big junior group. We have a big junior group of guys that have bought in, and on the boys' side, and it's like they compete well with each other. So they're constantly fighting to get faster times, and it's been pretty good to see.
Do you have a favorite event? I know you love all your children equally, and you probably love all your athletes, but personally, like that, man, it's my favorite thing to watch. It's my favorite. You know what? Let me phrase it this way to keep yourself out of trouble. If you're watching the Olympics, is there like Summer Olympics? It's like I will not miss this and that. I mean, do you have like a...
See, and as most people would, I'm a big the relay fan, the 4x1, and I always get mad at the Olympics every year because these handoffs are freaking awful. And it's like one thing
the
handoffs in the Olympics are awful.
Okay.
At least for some of our U.S. team every once in a while. The girls.
Because it's a matter of... it's like you train and you make the relay and all that, and then one little hiccup with just like a hand placement or like a misstep or whatever, and it's like, oh, that costs you.
Well, and like for us, every little like millisecond counts, and so trying to get those handoffs like on point and to a T is like very important. You can make people fast all day long, but you can't. If they can't do a handoff, then you can lose.
All for naught.
Yeah. So it's frustrating seeing that. But.
Okay, so you like the relays. What else?
Yes. So I'm big 100, 200, 400. I like those.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I've had some kids that have that I've coached against that have ran like the 800.
Which is arguably the 800 not arguably the toughest race in track?
Yeah, I guess like it depends on like how they're doing it, but when these kids are coming around and 54, 55.
Because it's a 2-lap sprint.
Yeah, and then able to come around and do it again, even faster with a negative split. Like, good Lord.
Yeah, so you get faster.
Yeah.
Not this guy. Yeah, it's 800 not for me. Tap out. Yeah. Okay. So, and let's talk about some of your. You do have a deeper team.
Yeah.
And I think that shows up when you're trying to accumulate points in some of these meets, because like you can just hammer the opposition with placing a lot, and it counts.
Yeah.
And so take me through that dynamic as a team, because you're worried about individuals and they're worried about themselves, but like you're also worried about the big picture and waving the Liberty flag. Yeah.
So just like I said before, the junior class has been real big about this. We have so many guys doing on the boys side. We have so many guys junior wise that are competing that like they're fighting for spots every week. So like our throwers have a throw off every week because they're so close. Third, fourth, and fifth are like right there. And so and then even our 1 and 2 are pushing each other. 1 week one's first, the other one's second, and then it switches the next week. Like they push them pretty hard. But my 400 guys and 200 guys, like they're fighting to get on that 4x2. I've had to exchange a few guys at times because I'm missing some baseball kids, and we've even PR'd with different guys on, and then the next week we PR'd with different guys on, and I'm like, well.
Does that put you in a bit of a pickle trying to figure out what's the best? Okay, like I've got some options here. Like, what do I
Well,
roll with?
now it does.
Okay, because they're all available.
Well, and they're like now it's knowing because we need the best of the best going into regionals right now, and so we had to do a runoff, and we've had to see who can who's the fastest right now, and I know that's like hard to say if somebody's been on that relay that whole time, but for those relays it's like who's the fastest right now because we have some who might be tweaking or a little injured and so
it's funny you say that because I had Cord Wilburn in here, and I think golf and his team is that way. It's like I've got all these dudes any given day, and like what do I do?
Yeah.
I mean, just because you shot a score or ran a time 2 months ago, it doesn't really matter right now.
Right, and I just have to be aware of did they get enough sleep this weekend and all of that because that can affect too. How they handle
track
things.
coaches, they weigh everything.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have to.
Yeah,
it's a numbers game.
You got a stopwatch. You've got you're. I mean, the whole. I totally get it because you're right. It comes down to a tenth of a second, or certainly can. Okay, so how many athletes will you have in the regional meet this weekend here at Lowry Field?
So on the girls' side, I have 11.
Okay.
And then on the boys' side, I have 18, including some alternates.
Okay.
So
you've that's math. That's about 30. How many did you have a year ago? Do you remember?
Oh.
Ballpark it.
I think I was on the boys' side closer to, I want to say 12.
Okay.
And then on the girls' side, I think I was right at 7.
Okay, so it's basically kind of getting close to double.
Yeah.
I mean that's the point. Let's. I want to get back to the boys in a minute. Let's talk about some of the girls that I tried to write down so many of these names. Your girls relay team's advanced, although I don't know who that consists of, and people don't understand that about like track. I think I was having to explain this to somebody. Your qualifying or spots are advancing, but it's up to you to decide who fill those, and that can change, and it's got to be tough to hear for an athlete or but that's your job as the fastest right now. But like to explain that part.
So like we have Natalie who has qualified in the 100 and the 200.
Okay.
And
Natalie Miller.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's one of she's my anchor on almost every relay. And so when you're looking at, well, you're in 2 opens, they can only run 3 running events total. I've got to figure out, okay, we still want to move these relays on. So how can we get certain athletes on the relays to continue to move the relays on, and then give Natalie her chance to try and make it to state in an open. And so like that gets a little tough, but everybody understands, like, if they were in that position, they would want the coach to do the same thing to try and give everybody that shot. And so with Natalie, we've been constantly looking at times from week to week, those coming in, regionals. And so we narrowed down like basically what she has the best chance of getting into.
Because she advanced, you said in the 100?
And the 200.
How in a track meet, and I know it can be tweaked a little bit. I don't know if regionals will do it just for this purpose, but how far apart are those races, like with the 100 and the 200? And then how far apart is the relay? Like how much time does she have in between to rest?
Oh, yeah. So
because that factors in too.
Oh, yeah. So like so for regionals, we are going to drop Natalie from the 2. And just looking at her times going in and everything, like we understood that like she's sitting, I think, 8th in the region, but in the 100 she's sitting 3rd.
Okay.
And so she has a huge chance to go to state in the 100, but that means now she's going to run the 4x1, the 100, and the 4x2, and those are bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
So which she's done that a lot this year. She's had to. At times, so we've prepared her for that, but that at times can be a little rough. At area, it would have certainly been rough, but she went 100, 200, 4x4 at area. So we just did everything we could to get certain relays, like give those relays those opportunities to get out.
Okay.
And then
it's
now
an inexact Science trying to, and it probably changes, week to week too, because of how healthy are you? Are we trying to? Did we popping up good enough time? I mean,
or club or
okay, yeah. There's all the other stuff too. There's all this stuff. Take me through some of the other events that we're talking a lot of running here, but like you've got the throwers and you've got a really good pole vaulter. What of that on the boys and girls side did you pull through?
So on the girls' side, Jacelyn, she was able to. In discus, she had a tweaked little hip flexor, and then on her second to last throw, a girl pulled in front of her, and Jacelyn was in fifth, and so Jacelyn had to go out and do her full spin in the discus, and she was able to pull her fourth place spot right back.
Okay.
So she was able to get out, even tweaking that hip flexor, which was terrifying because we're down to the end. You go or you don't.
Yeah.
And so she pulled it off, and she did it. She did a great job. Then we had Ella in triple,
okay.
and we had some little injuries early on, but she's been battling through and been really, really great. And she's, I would say, almost a full recovery, if not a full recovery by the time we get to this weekend. Then we had a little freshman step up, Haley Cooper, and her and Ella both made it in the long jump.
Okay.
And that was crazy because at area, Ella went, I think, 17, 7.5, and she got third. Second place was 17, 7 3/4, and first place was 17.8. So there was a half an inch separating Ella from third to first. So that was crazy. Yeah, it's a numbers game.
Or in that case, depending on it's the measuring tape game.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right. Yeah, it's
who's pulling the tape?
Not the watch, but the tape and all that stuff. And then you've got a pole vaulter.
Yeah. So on the boys' side, Lane made it out, and our area was hard. They had 15.6 pole vaulter coming in, or 15.9, and then there was a 15-footer, and then two 14.6s, and then Lane is a 15-footer. So it was like all of the best were right there. And I think there's only one more kid coming out of the region that has.
That is the most unorthodox, bizarre event ever. and like I would say, like, I mean, this is just me talking. Like I'm like that seems real dangerous.
Yeah.
Like you get up on this giant thing and it's got a bend and it's gonna vault you over the top, and then you come land and you're trying to go higher and higher, and I'm just like, all of it is like I would not do well.
I have learned so much in 3 years.
Okay.
About pole vault.
Because it's very special.
Yes.
Specialty. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't even realize like you can buy the same pole and the same weight, but it has a different flex.
And okay. Like a golf club.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Like a golf club.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's the only way I can comprehend it. I'm like, okay.
Golf. I get it. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So it's been I think a productive season, and do you have a feel for how many you can get out and move on to the next level? Like, is there be okay, if we don't get this, I'll be kind of disappointed.
Yeah. So we also have kids in. I haven't even said this, but we have 2 kids going in discus, one going in shot, and in discus they have a chance. There's a chance for Ty Cal and Isaac to go out there and they have a shot.
Okay.
It's not a Hail Mary there.
Yeah, because we had Coach Tolliver in here last week, and he was bragging on those throwers, and both of those guys are footballers. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
D ends, D linemen.
I was about to say his guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
And then Caden Joseph, he's number 1 in the region right now for long jump. He popped out a 23.8 in 3/4, and then in triple went a foot farther and went 46.10.5. And he's sitting second in the region in triple.
Okay. And rumor has it, if you just hand him the football, he's pretty good there.
Oh, yeah. So what was crazy about him, too, is last week he was sitting in 5th going into area, and they had a kid drop out of the top 4, and so he got pulled in.
Okay.
And then he ended up winning the whole 100. So,
of course he did.
Yeah. So he's going
it's about when you're fastest, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And I knew if I could just get him to area, everything would be good.
Okay.
And he did. He PR'd in everything. He broke the school record in 5 events.
Okay.
So him in the 100 and long and in triple should be good. And then our boys 4x1, we finally got all the guys to be able to run on the same relay together for the first time this entire year, and they went 41.83.
Because you're dealing with baseball, you're dealing with...
And we had powerlifting, and so... and then soccer.
You have somebody that's a powerlifter that's running on the 4x1?
Oh, Caden.
He's a powerlifter.
He was second in state at
DT
powerlifting.
didn't tell us this. He mentioned some other guys. I didn't realize that Cade Joseph was a power. So he's doing track and powerlifting at the same time.
Oh, yeah. He went second at state with 1,600 pounds and the 165 weight pound class.
Of course.
So I just knew if I could get him in the area where he was fresh, like really, really fresh, because he's been doing the powerlifting lifts and running at the same time all year.
Which seems like counterproductive.
Well, yeah.
Or I guess it can be.
It can be. The good thing is he's doing all of his heavy lifts and he's building his muscle, but he's also running and sprinting, and so he's naturally staying fast and building muscle at the same time.
Okay.
But I knew as soon as we could get him fresh, like all of his little PRs would be insane.
Yeah.
And so,
well, sure enough.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
So we went 41.83 in that 4x1, and we're in the top of the region right now with 2 other schools. So we have a chance to get them boys out and put Gavin against anybody on that anchor. I'll take him.
Yeah, and Gavin, he came up just a bit short.
Came up short,
Yeah.
which was a little frustrating, a little controversial in the beginning. But then he finished he leaned at the wrong line, and it cost 2 100ths of a second.
Yeah, yikes. Yeah, and he won't. That's it's tough, especially when you're a senior, because he kind of been your one of your dudes for a bit. You are also you've got everybody gets voluntold. Hey man, you're going to be in charge of this. You're going to be in charge of that. You coach DBs in the fall for Coach Sexton, obviously, but you also are doing something over at Liberty all the time with FCA, Fellowship Christian Athletes type situation. It's every Wednesday or Thursday. Every Thursday morning. You'll get and it's just a way to get athletes and hearing the good word and kind of things like that. But that's a cool thing that you're just to make better decisions as athletes. The whole thing.
Well, and you're starting out. Obviously we didn't have the program, and so we're trying to figure out who's going to be able to do it. And then with the freshman class and adding everything in those periods, and it ends up being me doing it. And so I've done the absolute best I can with them. And Brian Klein for the FCA, he's been doing it with the baseball group at Tech, and now he's doing
former Tech baseball player. Yeah.
And so he's been helping us out, and I've been very thankful for him. And Bradley Atkins has come a couple times and been able to speak for us and everything too. But we've had a pretty good little following of kids show up, and it's been pretty good.
That's good. I mean, that's the more things that are offered for kids like that, you just hope that they get pointed in the right direction.
Yeah,
because not everybody's got the best situation away from school and all that stuff. So that's good stuff. So the meet is Friday. And over at Lowry. And what time does it start to get going on Friday?
Well, weigh-ins are at 7 a.m. So we have some weigh-in stuff that we've got to get to for pole vault and.
It's like a fighter. You have to weigh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
And your pole you can't weigh more than what your pole is. And, and your pole has to have the proper labeling on it, and if it's a UCS, it has to be exactly the 6 inches down.
So this is just for pole vault.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Not on the weigh-in stuff.
Well, and then we have shot and discus. They have to be weighed too.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't throw something that's lighter.
Oh wow! Okay, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I had no idea. Okay, there you go. 7 a.m.
Yeah. And then on top of all that, the weather's supposed to be awful this weekend.
Like windy?
Cold.
Oh no!
High of 54 on Friday.
On Friday.
The high of 60 on Saturday.
Okay, yeah, that is less than ideal track weather. Because I mean, the thing about this lovely part of the state is that I mean, we're talking here on early in the week, but like over the weekend, part of the weekend was phenomenal. Chamber of Commerce. Part of the weekend was less than ideal. The flags are like at attention all day. It's kind of brown in the sky. This is just what you deal with, and track deals with it as much as anybody.
Yeah, and it can change from morning to afternoon.
And am I running into it? Am I running? I mean, the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Or is it just blowing to the side? Hey man, guys, should we just try to come back and do this tomorrow? I mean, you've got all. Tell me what it was like running the meet, because you had what was it, Patriot relays? Yeah. What was that experience like? Because it's organized chaos. Planning a track meet, running it. We're fortunate enough to have Kat here who's done it before, but it was just, I mean, running track meets are just, it can be a bit of a mess.
So this year, we weren't as brand new. The meet wasn't as brand new this year as it was last. This year we had 14 teams come in, and I had almost every single head coach say they'll come to this meet every year. They absolutely loved it. Yeah, hello. Sorry. Yeah. One of my athletes.
Yeah, there you go.
But Kat
from how far away were your?
I think Canyon. Canyon was the furthest. Because we had Canyon, Seminole, we had Greenwood. Okay. Let's see. We had like Lockney. We had some few smaller schools that came. Lockney, Smyre.
Because that's what always fascinates me about it. That's the one unique thing about track. Any other sport, you're typically going to play same classification. Something you would never see, like Lockney play Liberty in football. It's too different. But like in track, if you got the right athletes and hey, let's just go test ourselves and see what kind of times we get. It doesn't cost anything. You're just like, this is an invitational.
Right.
It's a
and like Smyre had a 38-foot triple jumper.
See?
And so they wanted to go against our triple jumpers and the triple jumpers that were coming. So that's why they were trying to. So, yeah, I mean, the numbers are the numbers. So
yeah, that's right.
You got them or you don't.
And whether you're in 1A or 6A, I mean, the numbers are the numbers. I'm always fascinated by like some of those 100 or 200 meter times, like of those schools in the Metroplex. Like you're running like a 10-4 or something, and you're like the last place, or you're running like a 10-2, and you're like, I'm like, what is going on?
It's insane, and a lot of our kids now are, we're in track season, and they're like, Coach, did you see what they ran this weekend?
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's like they'll show a picture of the deal, and I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't have to capture that finish. Like, I mean, because I think there won't be some controversy.
Yeah.
And it's all electronic, and you've got all these camera angles, but still, it's like, I mean, it could be like, I mean, I mean.
Yeah, to come down to the thousandths. But every coach, Kat and Brad, did an excellent job running it, and I'd go up there in the box to see, had questions or whatever, and you want to talk about chaos. They handled that chaos so well, so very well. I'm sure I was annoying, with some of the things I had to ask, but everybody complimented how well they ran it. And the meet, and we happened to have the most beautiful weather that day. It's Friday the 13th, and we had the most beautiful weather. No wind. It was amazing. I'd have laughed at you if you'd have told me that's how it's going to be set up. So
that's I mean, putting on a track meet is because it takes all hands on deck. I mean, just it's organized. There's so much fun to show up and attend because it's like there's something always going on and all that stuff. Assuming the weather's nice. What does Coach Dewbre like to do? I know you're married with children. Okay. How old are they?
I have a 5-year-old and 18 or 20-month-old.
Okay.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah. So is the 5-year-old? Are we playing soccer yet? Are we doing anything?
Soccer.
Okay.
Big time soccer.
So this is what's taking up your time.
Yes.
You're now like a soccer hooligan over there with the scarf and the Vuvuzuela and all that stuff. Yeah,
no, I'm a football coach yelling at a soccer kid.
I'm kidding. Yeah. But what do you like to do in the free time? In the rare occasion that you
get free time. Yeah, I love fishing. I'm a big fishing guy.
Okay.
So I love fishing.
Like kind of just like being able to chill out, like the calm.
No, I got to be doing something. So I have to.
Okay.
I bass fish.
So you're like fast paced fishing.
Constant.
Okay, got it.
Trolling, fast pitch, bass pace.
Okay. So you're not one that's just out there and likes the peace and the calm and just away from everything.
I wish, but I get antsy.
ADD.
Yeah,
That's the track coach in you. Yeah, because you guys never.
No.
How many did you track? How many steps you walked?
Oh
the
God,
track meet?
my thing like tells me like mid morning I met my exercise goal, so I think I'm good.
That's right. All right, man. Well, hey, I know you're busy. Good luck to your athletes this weekend. So we've got. I mentioned that again. You've got 18 on the boys' side. I think is that right? And then 12 on the girls, or 11 on the girls.
On the
okay,
girls.
So 29 math again. So yeah, good luck, and hopefully the weather will cooperate. Yeah.
At least it's the only constant.
Yeah, that's true. But everybody else will have to deal with it as well.
Yep.
Yes. So, okay. But seriously, man, appreciate the time. Anything else you want to say about your teams before we let you out of here? Anybody we didn't mention? And I'm kind of putting you on the spot. I don't want to.
I just know all my relays, they pushed through and they made it. And every one of them has a chance.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's been amazing. Those boys have worked so hard. The girls have worked so hard.
The state meet in Austin is how much,
It'll be May 14th, so 2 weeks.
Okay, so there's a two-week break.
For us, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, and I'm very proud of all of my athletes and everything they've done.
Who all do you have? I know Coach Oliver does the throwers. Who else do you have helping you?
So we have Coach Marquez. He's our running backs coach.
Okay.
He took over our hurdlers, and he's been helping with pole vault.
Okay.
And then we still have Dwayne Sexton. He's been helping me out every which way possible. He took over distance this year.
Okay.
And he's done our long and triple.
Okay.
And then we've got Coach Cedillo.
Okay.
She's been helping me with really the sprints and high jump.
Okay.
And then Coach Robertson, we got her from basketball, and she was a track athlete, made it to state and everything too.
Takes a village, man.
Oh yeah,
Takes a village.
And she's helped us out so much. She's helping with long and triple as well, and then with our sprinters. So.
Yeah. So I mean. I guess realistically, this could be a two bus trip over to a regional.
Yeah. It would be nice if it was a big 1 bus trip to state. So.
That's right. All right, man. Well, hey, appreciate the time. Good luck, and pray for the weather. We'll pray for hip flexors to stay healthy. Pray for enough sleep the night before. Clean handoffs.
Yes.
All the things. Pray that the weigh-ins go well, and the pole doesn't weigh more than us. Whatever the thing, we got the right stickers on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I missed anything, but we'll pray. All right, man. Appreciate the time. For Colton Coons, for Hunter Dewbre. Or Dewbre, however, he'll answer to both. This has been Chris Lovell. This has been another edition of Patriot Talk.